super proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Nice mustache, George.
Yeah, George, I agree. Nice mustache, or bigote, as they say in Italy.
Picote!
Bigote!
Pick up picote!
And Ammon's in Washington right now. He's on his way in.
Yeah, I think he just crossed over the bridge into Washington.
Woohoo!
So he's listening. He said he'll be doing sign language to respond, which is going to be super unhelpful since we can't see him and we won't be able to hear him.
There was one of the other attorneys at my firm, Marcus, likes to tell me bad puns for what he thinks is fun, and one of them today was, "What's the least spoken language in the world?" And it was sign language because it's not spoken.
Yeah, of course it's not spoken. What a dick move!
Yeah, it was really funny. Hi, Anna. Hope you're driving safely and stuff. Okay, that's my contribution.
Okay. Does anyone have any other pleasantries or hellos we'd like to get through before we start tonight's episode of Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons. No, I just want to say thanks for coming and watching my streams, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well,
Warms my heart.
It was fun to see you be all competitive and to carry Fortnite Dad.
He's like a...
The second day where everybody was woman hating in the chat. I did not
Whoa!
like that.
Whoa! What? Who was woman hating?
Everybody in the chat was woman hating.
Ew.
I do not approve of that. I do not remember this.
It was
What were they saying?
terrible.
What were they saying?
Like, women are crazy and stuff.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Serious stuff there, Katie.
Are you refuting that? Like, men are crazy too. I think we're all just fucking insane, but
we just have to find the crazy that you match with, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's crazy. We're agreeing to that.
Yeah, all the men here are agreeing that everyone is crazy.
Oh gosh.
Let me see them. So let me show the camera. I want to see them better. Stephanie.
What?
I want to see your nails. Show the camera more.
Katie, I don't know what microphone you're using, but it sounds far away.
It's underneath my desk. I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yes, considerably.
Oh my gosh, your nails are beautiful. I'm such a fan. They're sparkly.
I only did one hand again.
I mean, you do them super long, so it makes sense that you have to have a hand that you can actually do things with.
This takes a while.
That makes zero sense. Why have hands?
Zero sense.
With,
Cut them off.
Exactly.
Wow.
Grow feathers, and then don't learn how to fly.
That's right. Speaking of which,
but now she can defend herself.
The kink.
Kenku.
Oh,
okay,
Katie,
okay, I'm ready.
I neglected to send you pages on Dragonborn. I'm sorry.
That's understandable. It's okay.
I'm a bad person.
Who's studying Dragonborn?
No, I said dragon porn.
Yeah, dragon porn.
It's Rule 34 stuff. It's weird. It's all scaly and slimy. It's just... Don't even worry about it, Stephanie.
You and Rule 34 stuff. You were talking about the same stuff yesterday in our league game with people you never talked to before.
I don't need to talk. I don't need to know who people are to talk to them about Rule 34.
Is that why you were removed from my friends list? Is your account banned?
I don't know. They were like, "Oh, fucking Yumi," and I was like, "Yeah, Rule 34, fucking Yumi."
You got Yumi and you didn't invite me?
No. The other team had a Yumi.
Oh, okay, good.
We were playing Summoner's Rift.
Oh.
And I asked him to play with me and the three guys that I've met in a game, and so he had a full team.
Wait.
And the
did
other
you meet
team,
them? Like, did you know them?
I've talked with them and I've played games with them for about a month now.
Oh.
I thought these were like your year-long friends, like
no
K-pop Korean.
These guys live in Florida and they're from Puerto Rico.
Holy shit, that makes me so much happier.
Kenny goes in there and starts talking about like midget porn and shit.
Yeah, they're like, "What were you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just torrenting a bunch of midget, clown, amputee, interracial gangbang porn." And they're
And
like,
then
you
they were
know,
like super down with it.
yeah, they're like, it's good that you know what you like. Like, it's good that you're comfortable with it and you know what you like. And I was like, yep,
It was so
okay.
awkward,
I
but it was
thought,
a fun game. It
yeah,
was a
no,
fun
we had a
game.
good time. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop distracting. I'm sorry.
It's good, we're good.
So where we left off last time we played, y'all were getting bedded down for the evening after spending a day trekking through some of the hills and mountainside of north of Whitestone, looking for a band of individuals whom went up there investigating and looking for a reason or source for the recent abyssal outbreak in Whitestone. The day was relatively unfraught with danger and issues of that sort. At one point, oh my gosh, I just said Kenku in my mind. Geldrick had Longbone had done a scouting mission atop a larger hill / mountain area, and saw smoke off in the distance, which y'all were heading toward. Couldn't get there before nightfall, so you're bedding down before attempting to reach the location of that smoke. Maybe the next day.
Yeah, F you, Ia.
You had found a rock cropping, like a boulder cropping that gave you like 270-degree cover around you, leaving a small kind of narrow opening, making it easily to defend. And Ulysses had bedded down directly in front of the opening to make it so that anything that had to pass through had to get through him first. Which also, as I recall, made Ia a little bit worried or skittish, because it also meant she had to get through him to leave. So, still remembering that Ia is a individual woman amongst 3 stranger danger people trapped in a cave-like place away from civilization. And you got to meet Ulysses' pet, whose name I keep trying to remember, and it's on the edge of my tongue, but it's like Corn McFet.
Eamon, tell us with your sign language.
I think that's what it is.
It's Finnegan.
Oh, there he has a sign language to voice translator. Finnegan. Okay, I'm gonna write that down so that I don't.
That's a good app. You should write that down. We could call it typing.
and we'll say it's a play off of type, as in the kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Type-ing.
Type
TYPE-ING.
That's actually a brilliant idea. We should write this down.
Okay, I'll type it out. Type-ing. There we go.
Also, you haven't started recording yet, right?
Oh, I started recording right before Katie said, "Nice mustache, George."
Oh, perfect. Do you see this picture behind me? It's a picture of Hungry, but do you know what it looks like?
A penis.
Yeah.
Yep.
My mom got me that for Christmas.
I'm happy your mom got you a picture of a penis for Christmas.
Giant. It looks like a penis, 100%.
I will tell you that there was one Thanksgiving where I think it was my sister Becca made some dinner rolls, and they're supposed to be like triangles that you roll up, and the tips of all the rolls lifted up while in the oven, so it looked like a ball sack and a dick extending. So for Thanksgiving, everyone had dick rolls.
I know what I'm thankful for this year.
Exactly. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So
we can edit that out, right?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna do that. So you've you're bedding down for the evening. Is there anything any of you want to do before you turn in for the night?
I'll read.
Okay, what are you gonna read?
The Dragonborn.
I'm going to finish off the Kenku books.
Okay.
Oh yeah, didn't you like bring books or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, she brought books, and there were some pages, manuscripts of the Dragonborn that were given to her.
Yeah.
Leaving
That
Whitestone.
were given to but I haven't looked at those yet. But I'm still finishing up the Kenku stuff. So
Was that
that
your
was
cat?
awkward.
Doorknob. Gotcha,
Gosh.
Stephanie.
What?
Oh, we heard the engine outside, and
Oh.
could have been a fart. Okay, so yeah, you're going to read a bit. I think Ulysses was getting ready to bed down and was laying down. A little bit of play had occurred between Ia and Ulysses, where as he went out for a scouting adventure, she had used
Longbone. Young
mod-
Longbone.
thaumaturgy.
Not Ulysses.
Oh, on Longbone, used thaumaturgy to have whispered voices creep the hell out of him as he was walking around. And so, yeah, there's a little bit of play going on, but it's still like awkward first date. I don't know if I like you kind of awkward associations. George,
I'm
are
a
you doing
bird.
anything before bed?
No, I want to go to sleep. I had a rough night the night before.
Yeah. Okay.
God.
And War, you doing anything before bedtime?
I contemplate doing some sort of meditation, but I feel like I would be made fun of for it.
You're
So,
contemplating
I'm
doing
like-
meditation?
I'm
Are
just
you
gonna
gonna end up
go to
doing
bed.
it?
Go ahead, Stephanie.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay. So if you're all just going to bed,
Yep.
make sure that you click on long rest in your character sheet on D&D Beyond. It'll reset your hit points and your spell slots, and get you ready for the next day. Ulysses, I'll do that for you while you're driving.
Because you're pansy and you can't do it yourself. Got him.
Please drive safely.
There's nothing about safe
Nailed it.
driving.
Okay. So throughout the night, nothing of high significance happens.
Good.
Who wakes up first in the morning?
Oh, I'm a morning person for sure.
Okay. So we're gonna say that you wake up at the crack of dawn, and some of your ancestral tendencies leave you wanting to scream loudly, but you don't.
Okay, good.
It's just a reminder every day that you're living with curses and blessings given to you by your ancestors, some of which you're constantly trying to overcome. Each morning is a reminder to you of your goal and your mission in life. And as you wake up and as you stir and look around, you notice that Ulysses is gone, and so is his stuff. His bedroll is packed up. There's no one guarding the front of
What?
the cave. He is fucking gone.
Ammon.
It was
Finnegan the
Finnegan.
Fox.
And I'm supposed to befriend the fox. Oh no. Okay.
Thought he was trying to gain our trust.
Do you do anything,
He
George?
failed miserably.
Or Geldrick?
No, so okay, so here's the thing though. In the morning, like people go out for the bathroom, like they go for a walk, they go to the bathroom. Like I'm not thinking anything suspicious.
Okay.
He might have just picked up some stuff, walked down to the woods to go take a dumper, you know?
Yep.
I convince myself that it is normal.
Cool. Who wakes up next?
I probably would.
Ia, you wake up, stir a little bit. You see that Geldrick is awake, staring intently and somewhat longingly at the sun.
And also, I'm also like using my beak to like pick stuff out of my feathers and stuff. Normal bird things.
Normal bird things. Okay.
His head is. You wake up and his head is completely turned around like an owl, and you think someone has broken his neck in the middle of the night. And he whips back around and looks at you, and he starts pecking at his feathers.
I'll look at him and I'll say, like, groggily, because I'm still like pretty sleepy, right? Because I was up late reading and stuff. And I'll just say, "Does that hurt?"
No one said that's what she said before, right? I don't think I can say that. So I say not yet.
Okay. And then I'm gonna look around. Notice that Ulysses is gone, and I'm going to. I think for me, my character is more paranoid, and so I think I would try looking around, and I'd ask Geldrick, "Where's Ulysses?"
Are you crazy?
Probably more than a little, but have you seen him yet?
No, I think bathroom.
Okay. How long has he been gone?
I don't know.
How long have you been awake?
Good question. Good sleeping meds.
Have you been awake for a long? Okay. Yes.
A little
or
time.
no?
A little time.
A little time.
A little time.
Okay. I'm going to start in looking around where he slept to see if there's any signs that he like is actually just gone for the restroom, or if he's like if his stuff is gone, that kind of a thing.
You're gonna walk up to him going to the bathroom?
So his stuff is definitely gone, like his bedroll.
Oh, okay.
His pack, like the presence of his being there is just not. You can do an investigation check if you'd like, if you want to see if you can determine based off of the the foot patterns on the ground if he was taken or if he.
Yeah, I wanna see if there's anything that like if there's footprints that going in certain directions or if there looks like a scuffle or anything like that.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. Uh, 15.
Nice.
15. Yeah. So with a 15, yeah, you see that the only footprints are the same size, indicating it's just the one person that was in the opening to the cave or to the structure that morning. You don't see many footprints, indicating that they weren't like hurrying, they weren't panicking or anything of the nature. It was just a slow and intentional uprooting and leaving. That's pretty much all you can discern from the.
Does it look like he was going back to town or was he going further into the mountains?
So if you're going to follow the the pathway out, I'll have you roll another investigation check to see, after you get back out into the forest, if you can discern from his footprints from that morning versus the day before coming in.
Okay.
And be able to track him.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll another investigation check for me.
18.
18. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh!
I
want you to roll everything.
You see that the footprints are not heading back to town. You see that they're kind of heading in the direction that Geldrick had gone to, sort of the night before, as you send out the dark whispers with thaumaturgy.
You're a big jerk.
And he's going in a familiar direction, but not necessarily toward the smoke. And not toward town, just away.
Okay.
He really had to use the bathroom.
So I'll go back to the site and I'm gonna wake up War. I'm gonna try to tap him lightly
With hand, foot.
with my hand on his shoulder, and I'm gonna see if that wakes him up.
Okay, War. What kind of sleeper are you, and how not cool are you with being touched while you sleep or while you're sleeping?
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely react to that badly.
Okay.
Katie might want to back up.
Well, yeah, she can't.
I
know
don't
that.
know that.
Yeah. So
Like I would like to jolt awake and like immediately have a weapon in my hand.
okay, go ahead and Katie, roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay.
Oh,
21.
nice.
21. Okay, so
Dang.
A natural 21.
what?
It's
It makes sense, Kenny. It makes sense.
impossible. Sorry.
So as you reach down, the moment that your fingers touch War's shoulder, a hand comes out of nowhere with a dagger in it and sweeps up across your face.
Finnegan?
And you're
No.
able to pull away in time to
Oh, good.
to avoid being cut or hurt in any way. And immediately War's eyes open up and he looks at you, almost as though he was expecting to find a dead person, given the kind and type of attack. It kind of gives you the impression that even if someone happens to sneak up on War, they'll end up getting the raw end of the deal.
Also, kind of seems like he's got some light PTSD, perhaps. Some
Parental issues, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dad walking in on you, tickling your feet when you're asleep, that'll get to you.
Okay. So that will scare me. Regardless of the fact that I
Instigated
reacted
it?
fast. Because it was just a light tap, guys. It was just a light tap. So
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of back up and give like a 5-foot berth between me and War.
Okay. War, upon realizing that you've just made an attempted murder against a recent friend or acquaintance, how are you going to respond to seeing that you almost hurt or killed them and they're now immediate visual indication of fear?
I will put the dagger away. Yeah, apologies. I was startled.
And I'll still feel quite awkward. But I'll just kind of like wave it off and I'll just point to where Ulysses' stuff is now gone. And I'll be like, he's not here. He went that way. And I'll point in the direction of where the footprints led to.
And he took all his stuff?
Yeah, he took all his stuff. So I don't know what you want to do, but I feel like you guys need, I think we need to talk about this because he knew about where we were going and I don't know if we can trust him. And like, what if he's going off to tell people or warn people? And I'm just really concerned about what he's going to do.
Yeah, and where's Finnegan the fox?
Yeah, where's Finnegan the fox? I need to befriend that fox.
Well, if you knew what the fox said, it would be easier to find him.
No!
That joke will never get old.
Okay, so everyone has been alerted to Ulysses' absence. Some of you are taking in the news in different ways than others. What are y'all going to do now that you're awake? Which of you are going to feel pressed to try to follow, or settle down for breakfast? Like, what's the aim or goal for the day?
Guys, this is outside of the game because my character can't say this, but I think we should keep going on our quest. I think he's a big guy. and I think he is very comfortable in the mountains since he came from the mountains. And so that's my ideas. I think he's okay on his own for now, but I bet you he could find us if we kept moving on. That's just my ideas.
So, okay, I agree. He should be able to he's taken care of himself this far in his life. He should be able to take care of himself now. I'm more concerned about what this means for us and how we should prepare moving forward in case he has turned against us, or what stuff because he's not he doesn't strike me as the most private of people, so he might be telling people stuff that's going to hurt us, and I don't want that to happen. So what should we do? War, do you have any ideas?
I agree. I think we should keep going, but we definitely should watch our back because we don't know what he's doing. It could be bad.
Okay, so do we have anything that can help us, like, keep an extra eye out in case there's some sort of ambush or anything like that that can hurt us as we're going forward?
I trust Ulysses. He told us his old name. That was not his real name, and then he told us his real name. So I trust him. Plus, I slept
What
with
if
him.
he was lying about his quote unquote real name?
He wouldn't do that. He showed us his fox.
Do you have inside information? Did he confide anything
No,
into
but
to you,
what
Lance?
makes everyone think that they can trust each other so easily? I don't understand this.
I am a guy. I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No one has ever said that, so I can't say it.
Oh,
I just trust him. I just trust him. I trust him, and I trust you guys.
okay.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so okay, then let's just I'm going to pack up my stuff, and I think we should head out as soon as possible so that if he's leading anybody here, then we're not caught off guard.
Yeah, we can be sneaky.
Yeah, maybe extra stealthy.
Yeah, let's try to not leave any sort of, I don't know, traces of, what path we're taking to our location, just in case.
Yeah, and we're not going to kill the horses, and we're not going to be stealing the horses.
That's very
good.
good. Yes, Geldrick. We're not going to steal or thieve anything. Right for right now.
And
Yeah, for now.
as you say this, there's a gnome about 30 miles away who suddenly turns his head to the side and mutters something in gnomish, and a couple of gnomes skitter to the back to make sure all the horses are still in place.
Okay, all right. So Ian's gonna start taking, putting everything away and putting like her backpack on and stuff.
Okay.
I'm also going to do that too, and then clean up my feathers that I might have fallen off at night.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
smart.
if you're looking to cover your tracks, which one of you wants to roll a nature check to see if you can
I have
adequately
I have +3.
hide?
Who has a good score on that?
I have a +3.
Oh yeah,
I also do, but you can roll.
I've got a -1. It's all you guys.
Okay, I'll roll.
And you're all welcome to help each other to give advantage.
Yeah,
or
who
to,
wants to? Can anyone inspire me or some nonsense?
No,
Is that how do you do that?
So you just say, I'd like to help them with doing this.
Oh.
And,
I would like to help them.
and that either means that you both roll or that one of you rolls with advantage. But regardless, 2 dice get rolled.
You roll and I roll, Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's
And
do
it's
it.
Winter? Okay. I've got a dirty 20.
Did I roll?
It's like loading. Yeah, there's a 7. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So with your dirty 20,
Good job, Katie.
yeah, you're able to very convincingly hide your tracks, make it
Yes.
very difficult for someone to notice that anyone slept amongst those rocks for the evening, and make it so that as you're leaving and leading the way, yeah, you're leading the party across their own tracks as you had come in, making it so that if anyone was trying to follow you, they would likely get turned around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
That's
Exactly.
beautiful.
Then again.
That was
Before
excellent.
you continue on.
Okay. All right. So I think that we just keep on through the mountains towards our destination, I guess.
Okay. So after you get a little bit of ways away from your original tracks on the ground, Geldrick was the one that kind of knew the direction that y'all were going. So if he's going to be leading, I'll need Geldrick to roll a 6-sided die for me.
Don't
fuck
this up.
Here she comes.
I'm so scared.
5.
Wait, is that good or bad?
Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully it's good.
If it's
Okay.
Oh no, that's not good. Look at Kenny's face.
It's gonna be an ambush. We're gonna get ambushed.
So you
we were so horrible.
you make a decent progress throughout the day. A couple of paths that you take don't you're not in a place where pathing is uniquely inscribed into the surface of the world. You're more or less cutting your own trail as you go.
Going through the shrubbery.
Yeah, exactly. With a herring. And so as you're making your way around, some places end up in dead ends, other places end up in like really sketchy situations, like you find yourselves on the edge of a cliff for some odd reason, like you're following some trees around and then suddenly you stop and look down and it's just sheer, so you have to backtrack and cut a new path around. It's obvious that the terrain is getting quite a bit more difficult to travel, and it's starting to feel like either someone should be taking notes of where you're going, or maybe next time hire a guide who knows their way around so that you don't waste an entire day walking like 3 miles.
We're riding horses, aren't we?
That's right.
Riding horses 3 miles. So, yeah. And yeah, Ulysses' horse is gone as well.
Okay.
At least he didn't take our horses.
Yeah,
So are you saying I'm a bad guide?
yeah, you're a bad guy.
Sounds
So, so you kind of get about halfway through the day, and it just seems super exhausting. You're up in higher elevation, and you can kind of look down and see where you camped out. And it's not as far away as you would like. You're like extra exhausted for the sake of
Sitting on a horse.
yeah, and so
I got blisters on my blisters.
exactly. And you, let me see here. You get to a kind of noticeable fork where the canyon that you've been following up kind of splits into 2 canyons, one on the left and one on the right. They both have different merits to them. The one on the left looks like it has less vegetation, but skirts more toward the base of the mountain. The option on the right has thicker vegetation, but for a shorter distance. Like you can see at the other end, it kind of clears up, and you start getting into the higher altitudes of that particular range, and the peak. So yeah, you can try to discern if you'd like, maybe try to get a vantage point to see if there's still smoke, or
Well, I doubt there'd be smoke, right? Because like we only saw smoke because it was nighttime and there was a fire, right? Hopefully.
You saw smoke during the day, in the morning, as you were leaving Whitestone.
Okay.
And you followed toward it throughout the day, and then in the evening you lost sight of the smoke because you were too close to the mountains leading up to that area. But now that it's the next day and you're kind of traversing those peaks, you have an opportunity to potentially scout to see more smoke, or determine based off of your previous understanding and alignment, your orientation, if you should be going left or right.
Man, imagine if I would have gotten a lower number. Holy cow, we would have been so lost. So I'm at the fork right now. They're all following me on horses, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I would like to stop and look back at the two comrades that I have, and I'd say, which way? This or that? And this can be like the short grass, and then that can be the taller grass that we can't see as far on.
Is there anything that I can see that would lead me to think one is a better path?
Go ahead and roll a perception. Okay, so I'll give you an option here as far as the kind of thing that you're looking at. If you're if you do a perception check, it's gonna be like more broad, more generally, like what one looks like the best option. If you do an investigation, you'll be looking around for tracks to see if you can determine what kinds of things passed in which direction, and a rough estimation of time based off of the wear and tear on the
I'll
ground.
do investigation because I got a +5.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation for me.
I was trying to see if your cat would hear it. 23?
Hell yeah.
Sweet Jesus, okay. You rolled a 23. You got an 18.
I'm a rolling genius.
You're so good tonight.
Just wait till we get into battle.
Yeah, exactly. Natural 20s, dirty ones.
I use all of my good rolls when it doesn't matter.
Wait, how would you get a dirty 1? That means you
Well,
roll
no.
a 0.
No, that's what. No, Taliesin got that the other day. Remember?
Oh yeah, because you had a
It
minus
says like
1.
-1. Yeah.
Okay.
dirty one. You're such a dirty one.
Yeah. So with a roll like that, you get down off your horse and you're looking around, and you can see that the reason that there's higher vegetation and greater vegetation on the right side is because there's a small stream running around it, which gives a better view to the markings of footprints of various creatures and people which may have come through. The ground is relatively softer, so it's much more impressionable. And you do see it's very old. Like you can kind of make out through hoof prints and footprints of various creatures that come through the area, that frequent it because of the high vegetation and the presence of water, of fresh water. But you can see a few boot prints indicating humanoid creatures had passed through. And it's likely been a couple of weeks based off of how deep and how hard it is to make them out given the amount of traffic that's walked over them in that period of time. So
Okay, so I'll let everybody else know about what I saw, and I'll say I think we should go that way and go in the form point towards where the humanoid prints are going.
Sounds good.
The taller grass, huh? Okay.
Oh, and Katie, in case you're worried or wondering, I'm not recording faces. I figured out how to not record faces. So
My laptop is upstairs. That's the one that I used for the video cam.
okay.
So it's not because I don't want to show my face. It's because I don't have a webcam on my computer.
Okay. No, I understand. You hate us. I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Did you not get that in the group text?
So, yeah. So you hear the report. Are y'all gonna go in the direction that Ia is suggesting?
Good idea. I'll follow you.
I agree. This is the good way to go.
Okay.
I have spoken.
This is the way.
This
So
is
Ia,
the way.
are you leading the party now up that right fork?
Yeah.
Yeah, since I've got the investigation role, I'll go ahead and lead.
Okay. And who's second? What's the marching order?
I want to be second. I'm like a little bird dude.
Okay. And
That's
War's-
good because War will have our backs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
War
I'll
will be
watch her
bringing up the back. Okay.
And as we're walking, I'm just gonna have I'll constantly be kind of looking around, just in case I don't want anyone to sneak up on us.
Okay. Would you describe for me what that looks like? Like, where are your eyes darting to as you're looking around?
Mainly, it's just gonna be if we're going through the tall grass, I'm just gonna be kind of keeping an eye on the surrounding tall grass to see if there's unusual movement of the grass, indicating there's animals going through the bottom of it, or are there people hiding in it, that kind of thing.
And I'm really good at looking too because my eyes are on the side of my head, so I can see both sides really, really well. So I'll be looking up in the trees if I can.
Do I have good hearing?
What?
I
You're
have good hearing. Can I be just listening really well?
I think that'd be
So-
part of perception, right?
yeah. So hearing, the use of your senses is going to be perception. So whatever your
I'm
perception score is.
That's a 0.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got our back. But
If it comes to sniffing blood in the air, you're great at it, given your heritage traits.
What about your survival score? What's that like?
just a +2. Not great.
Just?
Better than mine, 0. So, anyways, sorry, Kenny. I was curious.
How
Sorry.
dare you be curious?
I know. I just
In a
distracted
game
you.
of fun, what
I
the fuck
know!
are you thinking?
No, I'm sorry. I'll shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Cool. So as you're kind of journeying up, yeah, since you're leading, I'm gonna need you to roll a perception check, and since Geldrick, you're right behind her, kind of keeping an eye out as well. I want you to roll a perception check as well.
Oh yeah, I'm good at that one.
Okay, and just so you know, I have a passive perception of 10, so
Okay.
that helps me. So perception, natural 19.
Wow. Okay. So as you're getting about halfway up through this canyon gladed area, you can hear something that doesn't quite sound right. Doesn't sound natural to the ebb and flow of nature. It sounds like a tinking noise, almost like metal on metal scraping and tapping.
Can I tell how far away it's at?
You don't know what the source of it is. You don't know how loud it would have to be to carry what distance, right? banging on an anvil a mile away would sound suspiciously like tapping on a glass or on a cup 10 feet away. You get the impression based off of the general wind and some of the surrounding noises that it's rather close. Like you see a kind of a thicket of trees ahead that make it a little bit hard to see through, and you get the impression that the source of the sound is likely coming from the other side of those trees.
Okay, so I'll stop in my tracks.
Okay.
Suddenly.
Yep.
And I'll hold my hand out to stop the other people, and I'll say, "Do you hear that?"
Do you shout that?
No.
Okay.
I'll be like, "Do you hear that? Do you hear that?"
So you shout whisper it. Okay.
Yeah, like Asher does.
Okay. This is the part where he dies in the movie.
Yeah, in the middle of the movie
Yeah.
when he's trying to be quiet and he's like, "Do you hear that? This is the part where he dies, Katie."
Okay. Okay, so as you're whispering loudly to the rest of the group, you turn back around to kind of get a better eye on things, and as you do, suddenly, without any indication, despite your very high roll, Ulysses is standing in front of you, not on his horse, but he went from not visible at all to suddenly being there without making a single noise.
He's dead.
Okay,
And
but
he's muted.
No!
So,
but my
Ulysses.
character is going to freak the fuck out.
Nope.
Okay.
No. So Ulysses.
I told you it was the bathroom.
Ulysses grabs onto the horn of the saddle that you're on, and quickly puts a finger up over his lips. So he prevents your horse from getting away, and he gives you a very stern look, like you need to shut the fuck up.
I'm going to like try to kick his hand off.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check with disadvantage.
Okay. So roll twice, or how do I do this?
Yeah,
I can't
roll
remember.
twice and take the lowest number. You can't kick too hard when you're sitting on top of a horse.
Okay, strength, you said?
Also, it's a totally weird angle. Like that horn is up near your crotch.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a whole 6.
Oh, look, there goes all your good rolls.
I know when it matters, and that's a 10, so 6.
Okay. 1 second.
I mean, I guess he is kind of like a ginormous human, so.
Yeah, but he's good at sneaking. He just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I am not okay with this. Ia
Come
is
on.
freaking out.
Come on.
His
I bet you
bag,
someone-
like holds a hammer and calls me. The other one pops out of nowhere and grabs my horse and says, "Shh."
His horse is gone. I
Wait,
bet you.
you're all-
I bet you
you're
those
all
gnomes
frozen.
stole it.
What?
Are we frozen? I'm moving.
I don't think so.
Sorry, it was frozen for me for a second, but now it's good.
Alexa, fix your internet.
Yeah, fix it. Fix it, Felix.
It's okay.
Be
Anyway,
very, very quiet.
but yeah, she's like freaking out like a whole lot.
No. Be quiet. Be quiet. It's okay. It's okay.
Like, don't tell me what to
Calm
do!
down.
Where were you?
There's bad people around. Be
I
quiet.
hear that. And I
you
get off
bring
my
them here?
horse.
Did you bring them here?
Luckily, no, I didn't. And luckily, I was out because I found them, and I'm suspicious of this camp. I don't know who they are, what they are. They don't have any markings around them. I can't tell. But yeah, we and I'm saying this very quietly, but we should should go back around this corner and I think some bad stuff is going on in this area, and we need to kind of regroup as a team.
I am going
And
nowhere with you until I know why you left this morning.
well, we're going as a group. You're not coming just with me. It's a group still. But yeah, so let's just get back there before we do anything, because yeah, we need to talk a little bit before we head on, because there may be some bad stuff coming on up here.
I whisper towards Ulysses and I say, "Where's your horse?"
It's back there behind the corner.
I'm gonna look at Gildrick and War and be like, "Are you guys believing this?"
Guys, I'll tell you where I went. We just need to back away slowly and quietly.
How do we tell if he's lying or not? What's the roll we have to do?
You can do an
deception?
insight check.
Can I do that on him?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, somebody.
Yeah.
Please.
Does someone else want to roll with or
Can I
give
help?
him advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's give
Stephanie,
him an
help him.
advantage.
And we're not going like back into a cave. We're just walking literally around the corner.
Shh, there's bad people.
We're just walking around the corner of trees on the same trail.
Okay, I'm gonna do it twice, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a 13.
13.
Okay.
And
Ulysses,
what was your second
are
roll?
you trying to be deceptive or persuasive?
Not deceptive by any means at all. I'm trying to be genuine. Is there a genuine role? Persuasive.
Yeah, roll your integrity. Roll your integrity.
Your persuasion roll.
Persuasion. I have a crappy persuasion, but I can roll it.
No. So since you're not like resisting the insight, you see that everyone's a little sketched out by your sudden appearance and your insistence that you go with them into a dark corner of the woods. And given your size and your capabilities, and the fact that Ia just tried to kick your arm and nothing happened. In fact, I glossed over it entirely because it was so ineffective. Everyone is seeming really unnerved by this, and Ulysses, because you and Geldrick have seemed to have hit it off the best.
Slept together.
Yeah, you guys slept together. It was super erotic. Exotic. That was
Exotic.
Exotic.
Yes. Yep.
A lot of
Different.
bird noises.
You walk up to his horse. You let go of the horn of the saddle on Ia's horse, and you walk up to Geldrick, and you know you're a big guy, and Geldrick is quite small on a horse.
Average.
And
Average.
Is he on a mini pony?
No, I have a regular horse. I'm like 5'6".
Yeah,
I'm like 5'6". That's like normal height, right?
He's on a Shetland pony. No. Even at the height that he is on a regular horse, you're almost eye to eye with him. And so you lean in and you grab his hand, kind of forcefully, and you put it on the side of your neck. And you withdraw one of your daggers, and put it into his other hand, and place it beneath your own chin, your own neck, and you look in his eyes and say, like, you can trust me. We need to leave. And you get the indication from the way he's looking at you, the way he's acting, the way he's really putting literally his life into your hands, that he is not trying to dissuade you in any way. He's being absolutely genuine, and you can kind of see the hurt in his eyes a little bit, because he thought that you guys were friends, and right now it feels like you guys are enemies, and he would rather die than not have that friendship anymore.
Does Ulysses have to do a saving roll to stop my feathers from tickling him?
If your
From the thing underneath his chin.
if
Is
your
there a tickle
response
saving throw?
if your response is to try to tickle him, you're absolutely welcome to.
No.
But you are
No,
holding a knife, so you know.
I look back at Ia and I say, I trust this guy. I trust him a lot. Oh, I whisper it. I trust this
Yeah.
guy a lot.
This is a really
So-
long conversation for being in potential danger, guys. Come on now.
So I'll look at Gildrick and War and then back at Ulysses and I'll nod and I'll start following him.
I'll go too.
It's like 30 feet away. We're not like, come on, guys.
You could be sitting over there with your other invisible giants gonna kill us, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So everybody follows, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, friends, I should have told you this sooner. But
He's gay.
Who are you looking
I'm
at right
going
now?
to murder
now
you.
we know. And I should have let someone know. I tried to let you guys know the other night that I had a bad night's sleep, and I had it wasn't even it was more that I was in a almost like a ghost in a real life situation, but I had a really bad dream about these abyssals and showing up and my dad and my village being attacked and everything, and I've had these nightmares for a while. And I started to have them last night, and I woke up to myself screaming and yelling, and luckily no one had woken up. And so instead of falling asleep back into this hellacious dream, I figured I would go along and scout away, going forward, and knowing that you guys were good at tracking and everything. I figured you would know where you're going, and I obviously know the mountains, not these particular mountains, but I do know mountains in general. So I figured I could find you. And in
I
doing
wink at
that,
Ia and I say, yeah, we came for you. And I wink at Ia.
I'm just gonna shake my head and ignore him.
He's like the heckler in
And-
the nosebleeds, and every now and then he just tells you out boobs, and so everyone ignores that he's there.
and when you guys go take a massive dump, don't you pick up your bedding and take it with you? So
Exactly.
that's why that
You
was
wouldn't.
gone. Yeah,
You
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
leave it. You wouldn't
Yeah.
leave it.
No, I was listening.
What?
So friends, I had to scout, or I didn't have to, but I felt like, well, I might as well look at the area, see if there's anything bad, dangerous going on, and I found this potential camp that's nearby that you guys were just gonna walk on. That I don't understand what's going on. I get the impression and feeling of what's going on that there may be something bad that happened there, and whoever's leading must have been very not good at perceiving things, but
Oh.
I don't know who it is.
She rolled really well. It was like an 18. She rolled an 18.
I don't know who it is. I thought it was Geldrick.
It was me.
You were gonna stumble upon this, so that's why I had to do what I did, and I'm sorry that it scared you and made you fearful, but that's what I was doing.
It's okay. It's not been a great day today.
Not a great day.
Son of a bitch.
At least I didn't smash you in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I missed you too.
Okay, so he explains all this to you. What is your reaction, keeping in mind that there's potential danger nearby?
I ask him, "Where's Finnegan?"
He's always around. Sometimes he just goes off. He doesn't really do anything. He's just around. So he's probably off hunting.
Fox that doesn't do anything. Okay.
Yeah. He knows my scent. He'll find us.
I'm gonna get a dog and call it the Hound.
What
The
have I
Fox
done?
and the Hound. I love that
You're
movie.
the best of friends.
Yeah. Didn't you guys hear like the birds weren't chirping? There was no noises in the woods. The insects were quiet. Didn't you guys hear any of this?
I was chirping.
You were squawking. Is that why you couldn't hear anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
Ia's gonna just kind of be in the background because she's just kind of getting the sense that everyone else is like going along with it, and she isn't quite sure about Ulysses, so she's feeling quite judged by Ulysses.
So,
So
with your 18 perception still lingering around, as he's noting that there aren't any
how bad my
sounds.
perception is.
Yeah, that there aren't any sounds. You're noticing he's right. There are no birds. Since you turned up this way, there are 0 animal sounds, 0 insect sounds, and it even seems like the wind, even though it's it's blowing around, it almost seems like the leaves themselves have forgotten how sound works. There's an eerie silence.
I'm a bird.
You're a big bird.
Or you have to trust me. We became friends at your dad's palace. Do you trust me?
I mean, I definitely think you should have told someone, like, we're a team and we need to work together right now and communicate.
I'll text you.
So, in order for us to trust each other, we need to make sure to communicate at all times.
Okay. I'll leave I'll write a note on a rock with the charcoal from the fire next time.
Or like wake one of us up is what Io will say, like muttering like, begrudgingly.
It's like
don't wake War up.
It was like 2 in the morning. Don't wake War up. It was like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, next time just get really close to War's face and whisper and shake them uncontrollably to get them to wake up.
Just put that knife right on your throat before you wake her up.
That. Okay.
But that goes for everybody. Nobody leave without letting us, the team, know.
But what if I have to go potty?
Take a friend.
Okay.
Buddy system.
Never leave a friend behind.
War, I my apologies. You're right. I should have done that.
Okay. Where do you recommend we go right now, since this is sounding like a sketchy area?
I think we should investigate this suspicious Dungeon Master. Was it a camp? I can't find what you said. Okay, I think we should investigate this camping site nearby to see what's going on.
Isn't it dangerous?
Probably.
Who knows?
Me no.
I wish one of us knew.
I wish we should investigate.
No, my investigation is really bad.
I'll investigate.
I have a +4 investigation.
Ooh.
Yeah, where's your horse?
I have a +. So there.
Yeah, where is your horse?
Gildrick, you're blind as a bat. Look over like 10 feet. It's tied to the tree.
So you left your horse there and you walked ahead of us? And without us noticing?
Horse. Yeah.
So you can walk faster than a horse.
We really were trying to pay attention.
I can run faster than a horse can walk. Yes, you're correct.
Okay.
I put my horse here because I noticed that there was no sounds and nothing going on. And instead of a clop, clop, cloppity clop of a horse, I'm a lot lighter on my feet. So I tied it up and walked ahead. And I was actually on my way back when I saw you guys.
Okay.
And I heard you guys talking loud and singing, and
but we were trying to be like stealthy. Apparently, we We're not good at it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
So-
Extra stealthy.
As Ulysses is like getting up and he's like walking around, he's pointing out where the horse is. He's pointing out where the source of the silence is coming from. You all notice that even though he's up and moving around and he's a big guy, he's making no sound. There is zero sound coming from him as he's walking around. Like even
Wow.
as Geldrake is moving around and then like, you know, because it is a little, I don't want to say muddy, but it's softer ground. As Geldrake is walking around, you hear the of his feet hitting kind of the wet ground. But
Okay.
with someone of Ulysses' size, you'd expect to hear like a thud, or in the very least, hear the impact of his boots walking along grass. But there is nothing.
Guys, did I tell you I have boots of elven kind? I have elf boots, and my stealth is +5, my athletics is +7, dexterity is up high. Plus my boots make it so no sound comes away from my feet. Did I not
You
tell
should
you
go
that?
look at the danger.
I can. We can. As a group, I feel like this is a group thing.
I'll stay here.
By yourself?
Yeah, I'm super stealthy.
What does everyone else want to do?
I want to go investigate.
You'll come with?
I will have a healthy distance, but I will come with.
Okay.
How safe is the area we're at right now?
Ooh.
You say like we're gonna walk behind some trees, right?
Roll a perception check for me.
Who?
Me? Oh, good.
Yeah, war. So your battle sense of being a warrior is kicked in, and you're looking around for strategy and cover and things of that nature. So I'll give you advantage on that. So go ahead
So
and
I
roll
do it
that.
twice?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that twice.
Sorry, it takes a while.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Do it again.
A 4?
Well, that's just our first one. That's just our first one. Come on, nat 20. Come
I'm
on, nat
judging
20.
you. Judging you.
Perception.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
A 4?
Okay.
So
Oh my god.
as you're looking around, your natural battle sense is telling you that like right now behind kind of a larger boulder, you have decent cover. Behind you is a kind of the peak, like the crest of a hill as it would lead down into the next valley below. So there's like a chance that someone could walk up behind you, but that's the only disadvantage to having this current spot. Looking ahead, it's really hard to see through the trees, though. It's hard to see where would be like the most strategically advantageous spot to approach it from. It seems like that where that camp is the best place for cover, and you probably have the second best place.
Okay, I'll stay behind so Geldrick isn't by himself.
Buddy
want-
system.
Do you guys want me to just go by myself?
No, I want to
Yes.
go because I don't trust you.
I was gonna say, if y'all don't trust me, then at least one
Trust
person. But if one person goes that doesn't trust me, then aren't they gonna be Aren't you guys nervous?
No, it's a buddy system. You're gonna grow together,
buddy
you
system.
know? Yeah.
Buddy
You guys are
system.
gonna grow together by being together and sleeping together.
Alone in the dark forest.
Exotic nights.
Exotic noise nights. But yeah, let's go.
Gonna be jealous.
What?
Geldrick's not gonna be jealous.
Maybe.
Nah, I won't be jealous.
Okay.
Okay, so Ia and Ulysses, you're gonna try to investigate what's on the other side of the trees.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going at it straight on?
We should have some sort of cover, don't you think, Ia?
Yeah.
Or do you want to just walk on the trail straight in?
No, not straight in on the trail. No, I would want to go around and kind of sneak in.
Just kind of sneak in. Okay. I
Through
have
the
pretty
shrubbery.
through the yeah.
The shrubbery.
So
Yeah. Let's
so
do that.
it's kind of hard to see what's on the back side of all this. You can try to swing around to see if there's something better available, though that will likely require some close quarter reach, with between you and Ulysses. Um, uh, so yeah, you can determine how close you're going to be to him, but it gets thick enough that up ahead through the shrubberies that if you aren't like super close, you may lose track of where he is.
Okay. So I'll stay closer to him so I don't lose track of him.
Okay.
Can I let people borrow stuff?
Yeah.
Like equipment?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I have I don't know what it does, but I've got a ring of protection. Do you want it while we're going on this little
So the ring, you have to attune to it,
okay.
and it takes an
Never
hour
mind.
to attune to something.
Never mind. All right, just kidding. I didn't know that. Good to know.
Yeah, do you know how you just asked if you can give equipment? Yeah, you totally can give it to her. We'll just sit for an hour. Easy peasy.
But
Sure.
okay, so can I see anything yet?
So
No, we haven't
yeah, you guys haven't
investigated
started
anything.
yet. We're just discussing the mode and means of undertaking the endeavor.
I'm
Okay.
just wanting to help you feel more comfortable, I guess. Anyway,
I will
we
take
can go.
out. I will take out as we're moving. I'll take out my short bow
Okay.
just in case.
Yeah.
Smart.
And all right, as you're moving, are you trying to be stealthy or?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you both to roll a stealth check.
I rolled a 9.
16.
Okay.
But I've also got my boots on, so.
Oh yeah, you do have advantage. So go ahead and roll advantage on that, Ulysses.
22.
Okay.
Dirty 22.
That was good because yeah, you guys needed a collective 30 to clear the stealth check. So as you're walking, essentially, the first few steps in, yeah, you're stepping on twigs and bumping into things, and every time you seem to move, noise happens, and so Ulysses kind of stops, looks back at you, and very quietly motions, pointing down at his feet, indicating he just wants you to walk where he's walking, step where he's stepping, and he takes noticeably smaller steps so that it's not difficult for you to keep up. It's like he's baby stepping through the underbrush.
Okay.
And using this, and because of his larger size, he kind of clears a way for you, like a pathway through the vegetation, and you're able to follow closely behind him without being detected. So it takes a little bit of time, about 5 minutes, and you come around a kind of a big tree, and as you poke your head around, Ulysses, you can see the camp in front of you. If you'll roll a perception check for me, I can tell you what's there.
Can I do an investigation check instead?
An investigation would be much closer. You'd have to be in the
Okay.
camp.
Okay.
If you just want to see the general nature of the camp, it's a perception.
11.
Okay. So you don't see anyone. You see 4 tents, 2 of them larger, indicating that either gear is stored in there or it's meant for larger individuals or multiple people. You kind of get the sense that the camp is probably meant for 7 to 8 people based off of your knowledge and exposure to camping and how people tend to travel in the mountains. But yeah, you can't see anyone, and you can't really see anything, primarily because of the tall grass that surrounds the camp. You'd have to get dangerously close to see anything of any real essence.
Okay.
Do you communicate this to
Eva? Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's like, yeah. We can definitely whisper very quietly.
He signs it to her.
Like military code.
You know, Ammon, some of that was sign language.
Was it?
Yeah. You said the last 2 things you said was nice.
Oh, okay. Nice.
This means nice. Yeah. So
I let Ia know everything. In fact, I can let her see if yeah.
What are you guys gonna do now?
Ia, what do you want to do? You've seen that's what's going on down there. Do you want to let the team know?
I want to try to get closer.
Okay.
But still try to be stealthy, like in the tree line or whatever, so that they can't see us approaching if there's anyone there.
Since we have eyesight of the camp, do you want me to check and let you sit here, or do you want to come with?
No, I want to go with.
Okay. He wants to go get those Werther originals before anyone else.
Yeah.
Let's just hide them if we find them. We won't tell them, okay?
We won't tell the rest of the
It'll be our little secret.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's bonding right there. That's bonding.
I agree. We need to stay within like the tree line, but yeah, let's get a little bit closer and see what's going on. It's weird that there's just random tents here, and we can't see anybody. So with everything going on, I think we need to be a little bit careful. So I agree. We don't just walk in, but yeah, let's get closer.
Okay.
To the tents or each other? I'm confused here. It was like really.
Yes.
Oh, cute.
Aww.
Cute.
Closer to the tents.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna stealthily kind of if you crawl, you lose your boots advantage, so
yeah,
you can try to like bear crawl up to get the
on my
advantage
hands
on
and
your
feet.
boots. Yeah.
I love that. I love that for you.
So yeah, if you want to roll another stealth check with advantage, Ulysses and Ia, stealth check as well.
Oh my gosh.
21.
23.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
They don't even know they're there.
Yeah. So yeah, Ulysses, you're really good with being stealthy and understanding when things are being hidden from you, and as you start moving, you get the faintest impression that Ia is not following you. So you turn around to like give her a look, and you see that she's right there, and you take a brief moment to be like, "Shit!" Like she knows what she's doing. Okay.
You're learning.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
It's like mansplaining almost.
Oh shoot.
Speaking of
I'm not
which,
the one that was making a bunch of noise earlier. Just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of which, given the view and him bear crawling, besides mansplaining, you can tell that some manscaping has been going on.
Oh gosh.
So
I do have my kilt on, so ooh.
You know,
Oh,
Oh.
bad form, Ammon. You ruined it.
This now has become PG-13.
Rule
Ooh.
34.
And Ammon, where are you looking? Like what? Tell me what your eyes are doing as you're sneaking up to the tents.
So I'm more focused on how I'm stepping and where I'm stepping and making sure that I'm extremely careful with the noise and less so on like, so I'm more closely looking around immediate where we're at.
Okay, I need you to roll an investigation check for me.
18.
Nice.
Okay, so as you are slow crawling, making it seem like the tall grass is simply moving with the wind and making it very difficult for anyone to notice that you're there.
There is no wind.
You step over what you think at first is a big branch. But
Oh,
as your
no.
face gets closer over top of it, you see it is an arm, a detached arm, laying in blood,
You said detached?
detached. There's no torso around it. It's just an arm. And with your investigation check, you ascertain that it's from an elven person. An elf's arm has been ripped off and is now sitting about 10 feet from a nearby tent. And you do see now that you're a little bit closer and that the long grass has thinned a little bit, that there is little bits of blood kind of toward the base of the tents that you're approaching. Little spots, little droplets. Yeah.
And I immediately am going to tell Ia about this
Okay.
so that she knows exactly what's going on.
How do you tell her? Like, what is the way that you inform her that this is happening? You're going to point down at the arm?
I see
Yeah.
you.
I'm not going to talk at all.
Okay.
Just trying to be quiet.
Okay. Do you touch the arm?
No.
Okay.
He touched the butt.
So yeah, you see this arm, and Ulysses indicate toward it. He's maintaining his composure and pressing on, allowing you to come up behind him and inspect it as well. As he continues, what are you doing upon seeing this, and how he is reacting and proceeding?
So even in my character sheet, it says that if Io were to come across like a dead body and everybody else kind of like skitters away, she'd be too fascinated with it, trying to figure out what happened to it to even know what other people are doing. So that's pretty much what she's gonna do. She's gonna kind of forget where Ulysses is, and she's gonna focus on the arm and try to figure out, is it like a clean cut? Was it recent? Is it jagged? Like what, is there any markings on the arm to tell her like if it was part of some sort of, if the person was part of some sort of organization that she's familiar with? Like she's gonna go deep into this investigation.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me then.
Okay. 13.
Okay. So there aren't any like discernible markings on the arm, like no tattoos or anything to kind of give you an idea of any kind of background for the arm. You can kind of tell that it's elven. It is more slender. It's a paler skin, defined but very very lean and very thin muscles, which is what kind of gives you the indication that it's elven and not another race. Up where it has been detached from is around the shoulder, and you can see the ball for the shoulder, and there are sinewy tendrils coming off of it, indicating that it was ripped off of the body, and there are maggots all over it, all over that end of it with the
It's been a
exposed
while.
flesh. Maggots and flies, giving the idea that it's been probably at least a week since the arm had been detached. And that's all you gather from it.
I bet you the guy just left his arm there while he went to the bathroom.
He let his people know that he was leaving.
I'm gonna leave this here, okay, guys? I'll be right back.
In case you need a hand.
No. Okay, so I feel like this is going to concern Ia because if it's been there for this long in combination with the lack of noises, I'm going to feel like there's an attack and the predator is still in the area. And so I'm going to hurry and look up for Ulysses and see if I can find him and if I can get to him quickly while still being quiet.
You can see him. He hasn't gone that far with how slowly he's moving. He's like, 8.
You can see that crack from a mile away.
And because of the direction that you were heading, even though the tall grass is kind of fallen in behind him, you kind of know where he's at.
Okay.
If you want to hurry up to him, you can. You'd have to make a disadvantage stealth throw to.
Well, I don't want to like dash or anything, but I would probably be
I will let you know that I saw the tent and I'm like on my way back already. So I'm not like I'm ready to head back to the group at this point. By the way. Unless you wanted me to do something else.
Well, am I closer to like the tents and stuff now?
So the arm was about 10 feet away from the tents. Ulysses got up closer to the tents and noticed that there was blood at the base of the tents and around kind of the bottom half of it, which is why you couldn't see it from further away. You're still 10, 12 feet from the tents. He's 4 or 5 feet. Like he's really close to him.
Okay, then I'm gonna want to try to get closer to see if I can find anything. Like I want to look to see if I can see the predator, like whatever it was or if there's other body parts around the area.
Okay, so are you gonna get up like closer to Ulysses, closer to the tents?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get up there easy enough. The pathway he made for you is clear. Go ahead and roll a. I'll let you choose investigation or perception.
Investigation.
Okay.
Higher roll. 24.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there are bodies everywhere. It is a massacre.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the.
You get the impression, looking around, that there is a gnome somewhere in the mix. You can see a head and a torso that probably matches it.
Probably deserved it.
You see at least five elves strewn about based off of the number of heads you see. And you see two others that, based off of their general appearance and the darkened veins in their heads, that they were raging at the time of decapitation.
They were raging?
Yeah, there were 2 barbarians in the group, both of
and
which
they died?
had their heads ripped off their bodies. So you see about 8 bodies in total around the camp, blood everywhere.
Is there anything about the way that they died or their position of their bodies that would tell me who did it?
Yeah, so with that kind of investigation, you do see burn marks and scorch marks, similar to the wounds that you saw the soldier take, the guard take, in the town square fighting the possessed bugbear, indicating that whatever did this is abyssal in nature as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell Ia or ask her the question, do you believe me now?
And I'm going to just nod frantically and start like trying to get away.
Do we need to tell the group?
Yes.
I think we should go back and tell the group.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So are you panicking and trying to get away?
Well, I'm panicking, but not running.
Are you?
Stop.
And I'm going to do this again.
Okay. So
Because
I'll
if it's abyssal in nature, yeah, we don't want to take on those alone. We need the whole group.
okay. I'm gonna need you both to roll one last stealth check. Ulysses, you get advantage.
Okay.
Oh shit. Oh shit. 13.
22.
Okay. So, kind of rounding the corner of that first tree that gave you some sort of insight to the encampment. You're rounding that corner, and your hand kind of slips a little bit, and you're about to fall into the mud. And Ulysses is there, like toot sweet, quick, reaches back, catches your arm, not like forcefully, not like angrily or forcefully, but he like immediately steadies you, and then once you have your hand down, slowly removes his hand away from you and turns back and keeps proceeding, saving you the potential splash that could have ruined your...
It could have killed me. Okay.
I rolled a natural 1 on perception, so
Oh man.
So yeah, you guys were able to make it back to the group. In this time, it's probably been like 10 minutes. Geldrick,
that's it?
what are you guys doing?
I thought we were going to have lunch ready. I thought they were going to make us lunch by now.
Why do you keep making us eggs, Geldrick? This feels weird.
No, I'm not making eggs.
So yeah, they leave. War, Geldrick, you're left there to kind of you lose sight of them almost immediately, and for the next 10 minutes or so, you have no idea what's going on. What are you guys doing to kind of pass the next 10 minutes of time?
War. We should set a trap.
For
The bad guys.
The bad guys. Okay. What do you have in mind?
A trap. Let's set a trap.
What kind of trap?
I think I have rope. Let me see if I have rope. No, I don't have rope. Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's in my mess kit. Mess kit has rope, right? Because it's like adventuring gear. Clamps, box clamps, pan, shallow bowl. Nah, dang it, doesn't. Rope. I have rope. I have 50 feet of rope. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I have rope. And so are you checking my thing?
Yeah.
I have a dagger, I think. Can you guys hear me twice?
Yep.
A little bit.
Is that from me?
No, it's from Katie. I think she turned on her speakers instead of using a headset.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
How dare you?
Okay, so I have a 1 2 1 2.
Evan, you're muted.
It sounds like we're in a stadium. This is awesome.
I'm sorry.
We are playing for thousands.
I fixed it, okay? It shouldn't be doing it anymore.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I have a short sword and I have some rope, and so I tie it up over a branch.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like if they walk into it, it like
It'll do something and it'll kill them. I'm really good at making traps.
Where are you installing this at? Where are you doing this? Are you doing this like where they left 2?
No. Like on the path. So like the path that we were on.
Okay.
Behind you?
Yeah. So like where we came from. So where you came and saved us, like on that path back to us, I'm gonna go and set a trap so that if they, maybe I should do a rock, and like have a rock fall on them if they trip over the wire.
So then we have like a warning.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Give us a warning. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's make a trap with a rock.
So
Yeah.
not a dagger, a rock.
Not a dagger, a rock. Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna have fun with that. All right.
No. War, can you help me lift this rock?
Yeah, I'll help you make the traps.
Awesome. Okay, so then I take the rope while it's on the ground and I wrap it around the rock. And then I throw the rope up and over a branch. Do I have to do a roll for that or something?
Yeah, you'd have to do a nature check to.
And then I can hoist it up.
A nature check?
Yeah, to see if you can make it like camouflage in with the surroundings. Otherwise,
Mm.
it's gonna look like, not many things are like a straight line up and down in the forest, especially attached to a rock. So if you want to make it kind of look like it's supposed to be there, you kind of have to do a nature check to make sure it's
All right, I've got a
fitting in.
-1 on this, so I hope this goes well.
You know what?
4.
You can do performance instead if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do performance.
Okay.
I
It's
want
gonna be a 6. It's gonna be a 6. Oh my god.
What was it?
I got a 3. It was lower than my nature. I rolled a natural 1.
Oh man.
gonna be like fluorescent pink rope.
It's gonna be like a gold rock just like shining up in the sky.
Yeah, so yeah, War helps you lift the rock, and like War understands what you're doing, and he's into it. He's like, yeah, no, this is a great idea. And by the time you get done and you throw the rope up above the tree branch, like the rope is like a lighter brown, and amidst the darker foliage, it really stands out. And so you guys like back away and take a look at it, and you're like, huh. And as you're looking at it, the rope snaps and the rock falls. And Geldrick, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Come on, baby. Dexterity, you said?
Yep, a saving throw.
14.
Okay, so.
Oh wait, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
that's my bad. Gosh dang it. 7.
Okay, so. So you rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, so you get it set up and you like.
Katie, why don't you roll for me? I don't know what we're doing here.
You take a step back and admire your handiwork, and it snaps, and it comes down and lands directly on top of your foot.
No!
You're going to take. Oh, I keep trying to. You're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that different? Can I just do 6 damage? Is that the same?
Yeah, it matters if you have like resistances here, like if you had resistance to bludgeon damage, then you would take half
Gotcha.
the damage. If you had immunity, then you would take no damage. You don't seem to have any kind of resistance, so you take all 6.
Oh my gosh.
But
All right, yeah. That was going to be a good idea. That would have been 6 damage to something.
Great. Yeah. You
Yeah.
would have known they were coming.
Can I look at War and start laughing?
As tears like form in your eyes and they start falling, and the rock is like still on top of your foot, you like start laughing, and War,
I lift the rock off of him.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So you move it out of the way, and he's still like giggling, but like sobbing as he takes the 6. Did you mark off the 6 points on your?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Is this like the meme where the kid gets asked twice if he's okay and he starts to cry?
Yeah.
You okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, that one. Cool. So after that fails, do you guys head back to the rock, to the big boulder that you guys were hiding out behind before?
I'm sure that took the whole 10 minutes, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Like at least.
At least. I had to go find a big rock. I had to ruin the rope.
So
To me and Ia see the rock fall.
no, but as you guys make your way back to the rock, War and Geldrick are coming around the other side, and Geldrick is like limping, and you can see there's blood all over his foot, and he's like giggling, laughing still, and War, is War like annoyed? Is he laughing as well, trying to not laugh? Like what is War's reaction?
I just feel bad. I'm not laughing at him.
So
I'm not laughing at you. We're
Visibly.
laughing with you.
With me. Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, so you see the blood, you see War looking down at the foot, like
Maybe I'm like giving him a pep talk, like it's okay. Baby.
Those talons grow back.
It's a great idea. We'll get him next time.
I heard girl birds don't even look at feet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
okay, so you're meeting back up. Are you guys gonna like talk?
Yeah, Ia, I think you should tell them what's going on. I'm gonna keep an eye out on just I'm gonna be with the group. I'm listening, but my focus is not on the group. So I think you should tell them what's going on.
Okay, so quietly, Ia is gonna get really close to War and Geldrick, and she's gonna be like, guys, there are body parts everywhere, and I got to observe one of them up close, and it looks like it was ripped from their body, and there were heads of barbarians, and they were ripped out, and it looked like it was an abyssal creature, and we were able to get out. But I think that because of the quietness and everything, that creature, whatever it is that did it to those people, is still around here.
Oh dang.
That's
Okay.
scary.
Oh dang! War is like, oh dang!
I feel like War's excited at this point. He's like, "Yay, bring it on!"
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Oh dang!
I get to say that now, guys. Look out. Oh, dang.
Oh dang! That is so funny.
And I look at you and I say, you said it's still around here?
I think so, because I mean, why else would it be so quiet? There were maggots on the arm that I looked at, which means to me that it happened a long time ago, like at least a week. So I feel like if it's been that long and there's still no birds or other creatures, they're staying away for a reason.
Should we leave?
And we might find more victims.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I feel good about leaving, because now that we know that it's here, I feel like we have some sort of responsibility to kill it so it doesn't kill anyone else.
What kind of bodies?
I mean, there were gnomes, there were elves, there was all sorts of different, races of individuals and different professions. So it seems pretty strong. I don't know if the four of us can take it on ourselves, but I think that it definitely needs to be taken care of,
I
because
have an
there
idea.
was a barbarian in there.
We can
so.
set a trap.
Ian's gonna look directly at his foot, and then look back up at him and say, "I think that's a no-go."
I want to know War's reaction to that situation.
Well, I think we should.
Your eyes just get big, and you're like,
oh, to the trap.
the trap idea.
Okay. diplomatically speaking, maybe this isn't the best time to try for a trap.
I think you're right.
Calls for something different.
Did the elves have any boots on them?
Kenny, did I notice that by chance?
You saw fragments of garments around. Yeah, there were some boots, but and some shoes, but the force of limbs being torn from the body also removed different pieces of clothing, including some boots and shoes in the process.
So they were naked.
Boots and boots and pants and boots and pants.
And so,
Boots and pants and boots.
yeah, you get the.
Isn't it bad luck
Okay.
to take stuff off of a dead person?
Hey, get out of here!
We don't want to pillage.
Bro, Evan takes it off of every dead person in a fight. He literally would walk
all he
away
wants
from the
to
fight.
do.
Ew, I'm surprised he didn't try that already.
I thought he would.
Yeah, put him in line.
There's going through the disembodied torso.
Isn't it
bad
through the
luck? Is that
pockets of
karma?
Werther's.
Those were just rocks, by the way. You ate rocks, bro.
You would have slapped me if I tried that.
Oh my gosh.
You guys should have thrown a rock at the tent to see if anyone was in there.
Ian definitely would have tripped you and left you for the abyssal monster.
Yes. So we didn't actually look in the tents, so we don't know what's in them. I don't know. I mean, they got torn apart. I don't know if our group's strong enough to take it on. What do you want to?
Kenny, from my check from earlier, did it seem like all of the carnage happened at one time, or was it scattered through days and weeks?
Ooh.
I mean, you did roll a very high investigation. It looks like that several of the rippings, the tearing of apart didn't happen at the time of death, indicating that it kind of happened over a period of time, and they were kind of piled up, almost like you'd find a stack of potato peels. Like someone was doing it to pass the time.
Nearby.
Okay, so it wasn't like a group of 20 men were killed at one time. It was like they were slowly picked off and put in a pile.
Yeah.
What if we light the trees on fire
So
and burn the forest?
as you all are having this discussion and talking about things, Finnegan shows back up.
Oh, does he have a body part in his mouth?
He's got a toe. He's got a toe in his mouth.
He comes kind of bouncing up and kind of brushes up against Ulysses' ankle and continues on to Ia and sits down in front of her. And you can see Ia, there's a small piece of paper attached to Finnegan's body, like a little string attached to it. And
Okay,
he's looking at you and he's trying to get it
so
off.
first I'm going to little snuggle him. I'm going to go, hello, little boy. Hello,
Okay, go ahead
how
and roll
are
an
you?
animal handling check for me.
Okay.
That's actually a roll. What?
Where's that?
Four. It's like the second one from the top.
There. Oh,
Yeah.
there
So
it is.
you fully Tommy Boy it.
Oh no!
You pick him up and you're like,
no.
okay, Jabbo, Fuza, like spitting in his face, and he's trying to be like cool with it, but by the third or fourth, like, into his face, he's like, yeah, no, I'm good. We're square. Thank you.
And Ia is when she's gonna take the note, but then first she's gonna take out a notebook from her bag and jot a note about the Finnegan's reaction.
Okay. Okay, so you make a note about Finnegan's reaction and what not to do next time.
What not to do next time? Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
and you open up the note and you can see it's written on there. didn't want to wake you. Had to go take a dump this morning.
Oh,
I'm
knew it.
gonna scout ahead. Tell the others. And
This is not planned. This was not planned.
And you're left reading this note. And Ulysses knows what the note is because he wrote it.
Why didn't you tell us that you wrote a note?
And you can kind of see the look of hurt in his eyes because of, he realizes that, because in his mind he was thinking that he had let you guys know and you guys just still didn't trust him. He thought that you had gotten the message. He hasn't seen Finnegan all morning. And so now realizing that you guys didn't get the note and how that must have looked to you, he's starting to share in some of the pain of how things had gone down from when you woke up. But a little bit of insight as to what has gone down.
But War and I still don't know what's going on, right?
Right, yeah.
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah, you should not tell us about this.
Whoa. Take us to your grave.
Yeah, try to have us be more mistrustful of him.
No, you wouldn't like that. Ia is going to go up to Ulysses, and she's gonna hold up the piece of paper, and she's gonna say, "I hope you understand that it's going to take me a while to trust you, but I appreciate that you did write a note."
Ooh.
Thank you. My bad.
My bad.
What did it say? I look at you. I say, "What did it say?"
So I'll hand the note. Who's closest to me, War or Geldrick? I'll just send it to him. Hand it off to whoever is closest to me.
And I fat feather it, and I'm like, "What's going on?" What?
It blows away.
Yeah, you can read the note, but because no one has said it aloud, you can't use any of the words in the note for your speech.
Oh, wow. Oh, dang.
Oh, dang.
Are you gonna give the note to War?
No, I'm just kidding. After I read that, I give the note to War.
Would have been funny though.
And then I guess I'll read it.
I guess.
Okay.
Out loud.
Was thinking I might just eat it. I don't know.
So, Ulysses, as you're as people are passing around the note, and you have this interaction with Ia, I'm going to need you to roll a perception check for me.
It is a 11.
Okay.
Wow.
So you got distracted a little bit when Ia handed you the note or showed it to you and had that little confrontational moment. And when you kind of look back around, as you were doing, Finnegan is happy-go-lucky, trotting his way toward the camp.
No!
Whoa.
No!
Back!
God, well, I know where I'm going.
Use your whistle.
Are you gonna tell us that you're gonna run off after him, or are you gonna just run?
What? Aren't you? But can I use? I'm just gonna go. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
I'm
when
just gonna
he
go,
leaves,
"Bye."
after the message that I just read in the moment we just had, I'll quickly follow after him.
Okay.
With my bow still out.
Yeah. Are you trying to catch up to him, Ammon?
No, I'm catching up to Ammon.
No. Ammon, are you trying to catch up to Finnegan?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not going to be able to catch up to him if you go stealth.
We're gonna run
Why
right.
did he run off?
That remains to be seen.
He is the dungeon master. He asks the questions.
Well, Well, I think our group should go. So I'm like super torn because Finnegan just ran into the bad area.
Into the danger zone.
I'm so torn.
Highway to the danger zone.
I'm gonna go after him. No, he's okay. He's fine.
You're gonna leave your Finnegan Fox?
Just use your whistle and
Do
call
I
him.
see Finnegan running in?
Okay, I'll use my whistle. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, Ulysses suddenly change mode from slightly cautious to absolute panic as his eyes are
Yeah,
fixed on his friend, who is now all mimbly bimbly like, heading into what you all can perceive to be imminent danger. And you see that you can see that he's struggling because he really doesn't want his friend to go that way, but he also doesn't want to run in there. You kind of like sympathize with him in the moment, and you clench the bow and the arrow notched in a little bit harder, kind of more preparing for the opportunity to loose it at something or someone.
Okay, so I'm just gonna turn to him and I'm gonna nod like and try to convey that yes, I'm with you. I want to go in too.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say I can just go and then you can get the rest of the group.
Well, did they notice that we're, you know,
No, we're in it together.
Yeah,
We're
we were all reading the letter together.
Yeah, we were talking together, so we're all like within arm's length of each other.
Yeah. So like two members of the party suddenly go from like casually talking in hushed voices to like DEFCON 5. What the fuck is going on? The other two of you kind of snap to attention, and warrior battle senses kick in, and your hand immediately goes to your ardent sensor, and you are ready to just beat the shit out of something. And Geldrick, your bow is somehow magically in your hand, and you're moving around as though you don't have a shattered foot.
Oh. I'm a real boy.
Okay, yes. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my stealth, but I'm gonna say I'm going. Are you guys going?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll follow behind sneakily. Can I sneak with behind them?
Yeah, you can roll a stealth check to kind of flank around to keep their flank covered as they're going in, if you'd like.
Do not be a 1. Do not be a 1. 13.
Okay. In your mind, you are as invisible as the wind.
Oh, come on.
In reality?
Your hurt foot,
Because I haven't rolled over a 10 the last 2 times we've played. So someone's rigged these dice.
Yeah, it's me. I
It's
sent
the Will Wheaton curse.
Yeah, you're the Will Wheaton of our group. Okay, so you're all running after Finnegan, huh?
Yeah.
But we should be cautious. Like, we know it's dangerous, so everybody just be ready.
I feel like Ammon wouldn't be cautious because he's too panicked, and I'm gonna be cautious, but not as cautious because I'm also I want to befriend the Finnegans. So
It seems like a
I'll be cautious
scale.
then.
yeah.
Like I'm the opposite of Geldrick, and everyone in between is slightly
More interested.
Yeah.
So as it goes, the closer Finnegan gets to the camp, the more panic you feel, Ulysses, and it causes you to speed up and run harder.
Oh no.
And so you don't really have you can try to do it stealthily, but you wouldn't have advantage on it. You'd have a disadvantage, which with your boots would give you an advantage, and you'd just have a flat roll to see how quiet you're being as you are sprinting through the underbrush toward your best buddy.
Yeah, I want to roll stealth check.
Okay.
What do you mean? What do you mean, best buddy? I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
20.
Holy cow!
Holy
What?
I mean, he has been there before, so
Fuck.
Must be nice.
Kenny's like, I really want to fight.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Damn it. Okay.
We can get in and out with no problems, guys.
So you catch up to Finnegan, super quiet. Like Ia's following behind you, and she's running as fast as she can to keep up. And you are moving quickly and with no noise. It is partially terrifying and partially impressive because it's like seeing a rhino move like a cheetah. Like it's just like you never want to see that coming for you because the only sound that'll be made is the sound of your body breaking. And so like you're seeing this and it's like, well shit, I'm glad he's on our side.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
And you catch up to Finnegan at the edge of the encampment where the tall grass turns from tall grass into just dirt. So what do you do?
Buddy, go back with the horses. It's okay. And he knows what I'm saying because
Yep.
we're best friends. Except, yeah. So I'm going to tell him to go back with the horses.
Okay.
And my back's going to be turned to the camp.
Okay.
At this point.
Are you on the dirt?
Yes.
Don't touch the dirt.
So the moment
He touched the dirt.
you cross over into the dirt,
Not the dirt.
The moment you cross over into the dirt, suddenly all sound returns back to you.
Uh-oh.
You can hear birds, you can hear insects, you can hear everything. It sounds normal on the dirt. And as you are leaning down to talk to your bestest buddy, your head kind of dips out into the tall grass, and as your head exits kind of the area of the dirt, the sound disappears again. And your eyesight gives you the faintest of impressions that there has been some sort of enchantment put up to remove sound from the area. Some sort of barrier or bubble that is encasing the camp to make anything that happens in there not be heard in the slightest.
Uh-oh.
By anyone outside of the bubble. Inside of the bubble, you can hear everything just fine, but outside of it, there's just nothing.
Yeah.
So
what's everyone else? Where's everyone else at this point?
So Ia is sprinting toward you. War is close behind her.
Carefully.
Geldrick is up in a tree, like 10 feet up off the ground. He's thinking that he's camouflaged himself with some branches and his feathers.
They'll never see me up here.
And the fact that he has his bow drawn and there's a brightly colored arrow fizzing and slightly burning some of the leaves around him, like it's like a one of those bug zapper things at a campground. Like it's like you pull into the campground, you're like, holy shit, someone has one of those things.
Part of the rope is like still hanging out of my backpack, like halfway down the tree, just like hanging out.
So yeah,
he's struggling. He must have had a bad night's sleep a couple nights ago.
Gosh dang it, it's definitely rough.
Yeah, so the others are still running toward you as you're kneeling down, and by the time you get done with your message, they're kind of standing at the edge of the woods, like not quite toward the camp, kind of watching your back and covering you as you are retrieving your friend.
Okay.
Unless you guys are going to go like full in. Don't let me...
Yo, heck no, I'm not going in there.
Okay. Nope.
I have a limp foot.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in the grass but get close.
Okay. So he hasn't, told anyone anything. You guys don't know about the
right.
the bubble and such. He's the only one that knows, and as he tells his friend to go back to the horses, it's starting to realize, he's starting to break it down what's going on.
So what's he gonna do, Ammon?
I'm just glad that I got to Finnegan in time, and I have no perception of anything that's going on around me other than I can't hear when I'm outside this bubble. And then I lean back a few times, and so you guys see me like swaying back and forth awkwardly. And
Oh my gosh, you're in my parents' kitchen.
yeah.
Well, I can't see because it's all blurry, but I saw the clock on the wall. Sorry.
I was gonna say that too, but I didn't want to be weird.
Wait, what? What are you implying, George?
Okay, we got to wrap up here in the next 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So, y'all see Ammon kind of swaying, or Ulysses swaying back and forth, and he has this weird look on his face, like he's trying to figure something out. It doesn't look like he's been dazed or hit by anything. It just looks like he's like dancing to a really strange song that only he can hear. And it's just like an awkward middle school dance with no partner. He's just...
Okay.
But nothing is happening to him. Like,
He doesn't look
for the
alarmed or
time being, the
anything.
sense of danger has not fallen upon him yet.
Yet. Okay, well, Ia's just gonna stay in the grass and just be ready in case something pops out. She's gonna have her bow and arrow out, and she's gonna be like surveying the surroundings because she's more scared that he's out on the dirt and exposed now. So she's gonna be like looking all over around the area.
Aw, are we friends now?
Don't push it.
You guys went and looked at some dismembered bodies, and now you guys are best friends. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Where are you at this point?
I'm in the tall grass, but I'm like
You're
if
about 20
you're
feet away.
Oh, I'm 20 feet away. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's War at this point? Where are you at?
War is placed maybe 6 or 7 feet aside Ia, against another tree.
Yeah.
They're both kind of side by side, covering the place that you had entered in through between the two trees, and they're currently covering your 6, and Geldrick is covering your 9 o'clock.
I'm gonna turn to War and I'm gonna mutter, he chooses now to start dancing.
I'm gonna try and talk like my microphone's muted, but you guys can't hear me. Because
Can I see them from where
yeah,
I'm standing up in the tree?
Yeah, you can see me.
Okay, cool.
But I'm back in the bubble now, and I'm...
Wait, but
Ulysses,
are you
you're muted. Ulysses, you're muted.
But are you actually
I did that on purpose.
Geldrick's like up in the tree. You're muted!
You're muted! Ulysses, we can't hear you.
Yeah, so
I'm super stealthy.
He goes from swaying to like, he makes eye contact with you, Ia, and he just starts mouthing stuff. And at first you think that he's like whispering loudly, but you can't hear anything. And as you're standing there, you can see that he almost starts to shout, and you still can't hear anything. But he's feeling somewhat casual about it, like he's not worried.
Well, this is weird.
So I'm going to cautiously approach him. Like, I think my guard's going to be down just a little bit, but I'll still have my bow and arrow out, and I'll start getting closer to him.
Okay. So with your
is there anything that would show me, like, can I roll like an Arcana check to see if I can see the bubble or is it just like completely invisible?
I mean, you can do a perception check if you're looking out for things. I'd say that with your passive investigation here,
Mhm.
you see a shimmer, like almost like a light reflecting, but not quite, off of like 20 feet above Ulysses' head. There's nothing up there. There's no trees. There's no branches overhanging, but it just looks like a reflection off of a snowflake.
So would
Briefly.
that trigger anything from my studies before of like?
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana check if you want.
Okay.
Is this like in the Hunger Games when they point out the little force field up at the top corner?
Yeah. So this is a 9. So I'm the doofus who goes running headfirst into it. Just kidding. I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. Okay. So, with your studies, you are familiar with magical barriers. It's a it's like Magic 101.
Okay.
There are all sorts of kinds of barriers, and what you know about barriers and what you're remembering about barriers currently is that a lot of them kill you if you touch them. And the fact that Ulysses has more than just touched the barrier, but passed through it, and he's
Going back and forth, back and forth.
currently seemingly
Dancing.
shouting while dancing awkwardly on the other side. I mean, you can, make the determination if you think that like that means that you think he's dead and now he's like entombed in an awkward dance forever, or if he's alive and that this barrier is nothing to worry about. But you're with kind of the lower roll, you get the initial impression that it's not dangerous.
Okay. So I'm gonna continue approaching him.
Okay. War, what are you doing?
I'm gonna just kind of stay there and watch what's going on. I'm gonna wait and see.
Okay. And Geldrick, what are you doing?
I want to shoot my bow. I want to shoot a flaming bow right next to, not right next to, but like in the general direction of Ulysses.
Okay, are you shooting at anything in particular, like one of the tents, or are you just trying to shoot through the area to see what happens?
Yeah. I want to shoot in the near area, not at a tent, nor at
And
Ulysses.
You're shooting what, a normal arrow or a flaming arrow?
I want to shoot a flaming arrow.
Okay.
So
No one's gonna know. How are they gonna know?
Go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Okay. Ulysses, you better have some good dexterity.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Takes 20 points of damage. Fire
Okay.
damage.
Severs our carotid artery.
It's gonna be a natural 1.
23.
Oh.
23. Okay.
nice.
It like lands between my legs.
So you shoot the arrow, and you're not trying to hit Ulysses, but the initial reaction.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to hit the I'm sorry.
Oh, you're not going to roll damage for this.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it was just more or less to see if you hit the area. If you rolled a
Okay,
natural
good.
it flies backwards and hits you in the face and you die.
Or hits me.
Esme kind of taught me a couple things before she left.
The arrow shoots off, and Ulysses' first reaction, he's kind of doing this thing and kind of shouting, and then he sees the arrow passing overhead, and he goes from like confused and worried to like surprised, like the fuck is that? And the arrow, and as soon as it hits the barrier, the arrow just ceases to exist. It just disappears. It doesn't pass through it. It doesn't ricochet off. It is just nullified. And
All right, pause. Time out.
No, rock.
No, hold on. No, that makes sense. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Thank you.
I'm glad we could clear that up. Let me know if you have any more questions.
No, that was it. It made perfect sense to me now.
I'm confused.
Um,
Well, because my arrows are magical. It's not an actual arrow, so it's magical arrow that I used.
Yeah.
And so if it's like a magical barrier, it makes sense. If it was like a real arrow, maybe the magic would have stopped, and then the arrow could have just like fallen through. I don't know. It made sense in my mind. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for explaining that, Higgs.
that's why I asked if you were using a real arrow or a magic arrow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You guys just communicated like telepathically for a
did.
split second.
They were roommates.
Yeah, we did spend a lot of time together.
They slept on top. Well, George slept on top of.
I was on top. Yeah. I was on top.
Oh my gosh! What is this? Okay.
Okay, so my arrow goes away. Poof.
Yep, arrow goes away, disappears. And Iad, War, you both see this. You see the arrow magically just
Oh,
cease to
dang.
exist. There isn't even like a ripple across the
Dang.
bubble. It is just like you blink and it's gone. Like, did it even exist to begin with?
Okay, so Ia's gonna make a mental note of this because it seems like, does she know that it was a magical arrow?
I don't think that Geldrick has had the capability to explain what
Okay.
his bow does, so you don't know what it is that he fired.
Yeah. I've used it to light a campfire one time, but that was it.
Okay. All right. Are we gonna? When do you want to stop, Kenny?
I'm kind of waiting to see what you do before I end the
Is
evening.
this like the barrier in Lost?
I don't know what you're
like-
talking about.
Spoilers. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. What?
It's like 100 years old.
I'm never gonna watch
So is
it.
your mom. We could take that out. Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah, we can edit that out. We won't, but we can.
We won't.
So is
So-
your mom.
So okay, we'll end the episode there. Ia, when we come back next time, you will
Okay.
be left with the decision of what you're doing. Ulysses is on the inside of a supposed bubble. Geldrick has just fired an arrow. War is keeping tabs on the surroundings, and you are faced with the decision of: are you going to back off? Are you going to continue forward? Are you going to chastise Geldrick for his reckless display of who the fuck could have seen a giant arrow flying across an area that seems to be devoid of life and any kind of indication that something exists there? Lots of things to consider before.
Oh, I know what
next
she's
time.
gonna do. Don't worry.
Well, we'll end things there. Let me stop the recording and
Penis.
my gosh.
Dick jokes.
And anything else? Anything else you guys want to?
Poop.
Boobs.
Boobs. Okay, yeah, boobs, poop, good. Okay.